we're live. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Yank Soccer Bets. I'm here with another video for the Champions League quarterfinals now. We had a great week last week for the round of 16, the remaining fixtures. I believe we got 3 out of 4 correct. Let's get into this week's bets. First game we got Atlanta versus PSG, which is going to be probably that, and then the Barca Bayern game are going to be the game of the week. But Atlanta, we got plus 235, draw at plus 285, and PSG at plus 105. Over and unders at 3 goals, overs at negative 120, and unders is at even. I think this is going to be a great game. We know both teams love to go forward. Both teams love to score. I know PSG are without Mbappe, which is their star player, but they still have Neymar, who is the reason they bought Neymar, was to get ahead in the Champions League. They don't need him for the Liga 1, Ligue 1, because they win that every year. They need him for the Champions League, so they need him to step up. Mbappe could be fit for this game. However, they might not risk it. What I think is that he's going to come on if they need him as a sub later on in the game. So if the game's still tied, let's say, with like 20 minutes left, I think they're going to bring on Mbappe. But other than that, if they're winning comfortably, I think they don't need to bring him up. So I think the best bet for this game, I'm gonna each game I have like 2 or 3 bets recommended. I'm gonna have them in order for the best bet to like the riskier one, if that makes sense, right? The safest to the riskier, and so on. So I think the first bet would be both teams to score and over 2.5. I think that is a steal. I think I think there's gonna be goals in this game. This game can end. It's gonna end at least 2-1. At least. So both teams to score and over 2.5 goals is a definite steal. That's at negative 125. Second bet you could do is both teams to score, just that, and stick it into a parlay, which is what I like to do sometimes. It's worked for me very well. So if anybody wants to do that and stick it in a parlay, I think that's definitely going to come in as well. So both teams, obviously, if I think the first one's going to come in, then the second one's definitely going to come in. So both teams to score at negative 210. You get a little bit more leeway because if it ends in a 1-1 draw going into extra time, then you still get the win. So you can stick that into a parlay. Both teams are definitely going to score. That is without a doubt. I am 99.9% sure. Then the third and final bet, which is the riskiest one, but it pays out the most. So it's PSG to win and both teams to score. I do think PSG are going to qualify. I know they are without key players. I think Verratti's not going to play. Maybe Di Maria. But I think they still have way too much firepower for Atlanta. Atlanta have been outstanding. They've had a great season. They've been scoring goals for fun. But I just think PSG is going to outscore them. So, I mean, I can see this even being like a 3-2 game, you know. Just with PSG winning by 1 more goal, you know. So yeah, I think it's plus 255. I mean, that's a lot of payback. But like I said, it's the most riskiest because PSG, it could go into extra time with like a 2-2 draw, you know. So yeah, that's like the third bet. Next game, we got RB Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. RB Leipzig is at plus 210, draw is at plus 215, and Atletico Madrid is at plus 140. Over and under is at 2.5 goals. Over is at negative 105, and then under is at negative 115. I see nothing but Atletico Madrid win here. Since the break, they have been solid in the back. They don't let many goals in. They do their typical Atletico Madrid games, which is 1-0, 2-0 up, and then they just pack the back. And then we all know how Simeone has them in the back. They're just so compact and so disciplined in the back. Even after, what's his name left? Diego. Is it Diego? No. What's his name, man? I forgot his name. After, I forget his name. Went to Inter Milan. I can't believe I forgot his name. I know they have Jimenez, but I can't believe I forgot his name. I'm just having a brain fart here. But yeah. Atletico to qualify, I think, is the best bet. It's the safest bet, which is at negative 135, because I will not be surprised if this game goes into halftime. I think this game can go into halftime, maybe 1-1, even 0-0, even 0-0, and then just Atletico take it in the extra time. That's just Atletico. I mean, we saw them in the in the Liverpool game, right? They're so compact in the back. RB Leipzig, they don't have the best defense, but then like I said, Atletico, they put their one chance away, but if it doesn't happen, then they take it into extra time. So I see Atletico to qualify, the best bet at negative 135. If you want to take that little risk and take that money line win in the 90 minutes, Atletico at plus 140 is a steal. It's an exact steal. I think Atletico should be like at negative 150 at least versus RB Leipzig. Let's keep in mind, RB Leipzig lost their best player, arguably, Timo Werner, up top. Where else are they going to get the goals? I know they have Danny Alamo. Who else they got? They got I forget his name. I even have him on Ultimate Team. Salzburg or something like Salzbier. Also a great player, but Timo Werner, having to replace him is going to be very, very hard. So if you want to take that extra risk and get Atletico Madrid to win at plus 140, that's a steal too. And then the third bet would be, it's with that 90-minute win, but if you want to get a little bit more value, it would be Atletico and under 4.5 goal. We all know Atletico Madrid, they don't let goals in. So if RB Leipzig score, I think they're only going to score one goal. They're not going to score more than one. And then Atletico are going to get two. So that it could be a 2-1 win. You can even do under 3.5 if you want to risk it a little bit more. But that under 4.5 is at plus 170. So those are three good bets. Safest one is to qualify at negative 135. Next game, we got FC Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Barcelona's at plus 250. Draws at plus 305. Bayern's at negative 105. Over and unders at 3.3 goals. Overs at negative 115 and unders at negative 105. I tried looking for both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, but Bovada doesn't have it up yet. I think they're still trying to figure out what are they going to make the odds for that bet. Because I think that's the best bet, which is both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. It's probably going to be somewhere between like negative 130, 125, negative 125, I think. So when that comes in, I think that's going to be the best bet because I think both teams are going to score. Unfortunately, I'm a big Barca fan, but I'm not going to be biased here. Bayern are just a different monster. They're favorites to win the Champions League. Just watching them is just outstanding. And I have to be honest with myself, Barcelona's backline isn't the best backline. I mean, I got nervous several times during the Napoli game, and that's Napoli finishing 7th in Serie A. This is no Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich is going to put their chances away, and they're going to punish Barcelona. So both teams to score over 2.5. I think that's the best bet. Next, if you want to stick it in a parlay, the way I like to do, you can do both teams to score and negative 200. Again, if I think both teams to score and over 2.5 is going to come in, then this one's definitely going to come in. So you can do that one, or we can go, or if you want to take that risk, and it's not even that much of a risk because I think Bayern are going to take it in the full 90. I don't think this is going to go to the extra time. I could see Bayern, just the Bayern money line at evens. That's a complete steal. Bayern at even in their form is just, it's a complete steal. I mean, Barcelona, if you want to get that, if you want to be biased and take that risk for Barcelona and plus 250, go ahead. But I just don't see it happening. I mean, Barcelona, obviously Barcelona have Messi, but one man can't take care of everything. Yeah, I mean, we've seen him do it. I mean, it is a one-off game, so anything can happen. That's the thing. But Bayern, it's just hard to bet against Bayern, man. They're just so good going forward. They keep it so compact in the back. Alaba being a center back now, he's just so OP'd, man. It's just, and then Davis in the left going up and down, and then they got Mueller in form, and then they got Lewandowski, who's by far the best striker at the moment. I see nothing but a Bayern win. So, next game, we got Man City versus Lyon. Man City at negative 375, draws at plus 500, and Lyon is at plus, I was going to say 100, 1,100. Over and unders at 3 goals, overs at negative 105, and then unders at negative 115. We know here, looking at this right away, we see a Man City win, but how do we get the value? I think Man City and over 2.5 goals at negative 120 is the best bet. I think Lyon are going to score. I think both teams might score, but I don't want to take that risk because, I don't know, Lyon did get their goal against Juventus through a penalty, and that's versus Juventus, who haven't even been the best. This is Man City. This is a completely different animal that Lyon have faced. So yeah, if Lyon don't score, I can see Man City putting 3 alone. So my prediction for this game is gonna be 3-1. I think this is gonna be a 3-1 game, but even if Lyon don't score, I think Man City are gonna score at least 3 goals. So Man City and over 2.5 at negative 120, I think is the best bet. If you want to do the money line, Man City money line, and stick them in a parlay, it's a great 3-way parlay that you can do. Maybe just leave Atletico Madrid out of it, but you can do the money line at negative 375 and stick them in a parlay. You can do Man City money line, FC Barcelona, both teams to score, and Atalanta versus PSG, both teams to score. You can get a pretty good money line there. You can get a pretty good parlay there. If you want to take, if I were to do either Barcelona or Atlanta, which one to go over 2.5 for that little extra push, I think the Atlanta versus PSG over 2.5, and then just the Barcelona Bayern, both teams to score, and then the Man City money line. I think you have a good parlay right there, very safe parlay. The only one that I really don't trust is the Atletico Madrid. It's just because I can see them going into extra time. It's just typical Atletico Madrid, so that can just be a single unit bet. But yeah, guys, those are my bets for this week. I wish everybody the best of luck. And if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Peace.